telling you, don't tense up.
How am I gonna knock someone out if it's all limp?
It's not about strength or power. You gotta be fluid.
Huh?
You have to be like water. You see what I'm saying?
Not even a little.
That's what I thought. All right, come at me with a knife.
You're gonna get hurt.
Just do it.
Here I come! How did you do that?
You're tense, I'm calm. You apply excessive force, and I control that force through fluid motion. That means relaxing the whole body so it can react instantly without resistance, without thought. Do you see now? It means becoming like clear water.
Water.
Right. Water can take any form. It drifts without effort one moment, then pounds down in a torrent the very next.
Welcome to the 100 Exchange. Here you will meet extraordinary people as they engage in uncensored open discussion.
So sit back, relax, switch off your phone, and switch off from the outside world.
Yeah, of course I'm going to drink beer.
All right.
I will drink beer if it is in front of me. I will drink beer if it is off to the side. I will grab it. I will find it.
I love it.
Drink it.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. It's been fucking a minute. I feel like.
It's my first beer in 29 hours or something. It's been a long time.
It's not that long.
I went a whole, or I went, no, I went.
It's a day and a few hours.
A day and a few, or I think longer then, because it's day until now. Yesterday, all yesterday, and then till now. So, man, it was a long run. I feel like I should. I feel like I've been. I feel like I've been in AA or something.
I went almost a month, like a month or so ago. It was impressive for me,
Yeah.
I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself an alcoholic as much as I just like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's
I don't need it. I don't crave it. I can go without. But then when you have one, you're like, yeah, this is nice.
I think there's these days they categorize everything. So
yeah,
I don't think we're less than a functioning alcoholic, but we're some sort of it.
There's so many levels of alcoholism.
Oh, and there used to be like one or two.
I think I read somewhere where it's like if you have more than 3 drinks a week, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, that's everybody who's not sober.
If that's the case, I'm a train wreck.
So am I. We're in the same boat.
I think you learn as you get older, you have less and less to do, with your free time, and you have less and less free time.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can really smash in there is some beers.
Well, I mean, I think I read somewhere that a lot of people that drink a lot, it's because they're bored.
Yeah, I concur.
But I do a lot of stuff, so I'm not bored. I mean, I there are times where I'm bored.
It depends on
I get bored real easy.
If you're not, but you can be busy with stuff that you don't necessarily. I mean, if it's not fun stuff, you can still get bored just doing it. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can make anything fun.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Let's say I go to work and that I'm bored the entire time.
Well, I can't drink at work. I'm bored at work.
But even though I'm busy the whole time, I'm bored.
Yeah.
So anyway,
wait, no one wants to work.
More excuses.
No one wants to work. I mean, I like my job. I do enjoy my job. But the whole time I'm there are so many annoyances around me. So at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to fucking be here. I'd rather be I think there's always a point where Tommy, my partner in crime, is just like, wish we were at the bar. And I was like, so do I.
Yeah, man. Well, at least you have him working with you.
Yeah, I have one. Well, I mean, I have
an actual friend.
I have my little lesbian buddy, Tiffany,
right.
But we work in different areas now, so. She'll text me something, but I can't respond because I'm too fucking busy.
Well, he's a friend from the outside.
Yeah, I've been friends with him forever. For a minute.
Now he's on the inside. I make it sound like it's Oz, but
I gotcha. I remember when I found out he was working there. I was like, dope. But at the time when I first started working there, it was different areas, so I only saw him every once in a while.
Wow.
Either way, it was dope.
It's cool that you have somebody there. It's always cool when you have somebody at work.
Well, it's nice because we both have culinary background. You know, he went to culinary school. He knows all the technical terms, and he's a smart fucking dude. He loves to talk.
We have
and
a
teach.
Yeah, he was on our Incorrigible podcast.
Yeah. So like, I mean, we definitely have different approaches to stuff, but we respect each other's approach. You know, there's shit I do that weirds him out, but then when he tastes it, he's like, okay, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Or he'll say a term to me, and I'll look at him with a blank face. Like I don't know if it's a blank face, but I feel like it's a blank face because I don't understand what he's saying, and he's just like this, and I'm like, haha, dumb terms. I'm dumb. You got to remember, I'm dumb, bud. I'm dumb.
I do that all the time. I catch myself looking at somebody, and I feel my face being super dumb.
Yeah.
Like super like blah.
I got dumb face all the time. I think I walk around with dumb face.
And I'm like, I wonder why I'm by myself, basically.
I am surprised that I have had a girlfriend for as long as I've had. I feel like I probably make dumb face on a regular basis, and she's just like, oh God.
You guys have been together a long time, though.
Yeah. She's very tolerant. She's a very tolerant human being, and I appreciate that.
So what else have you been up to? I missed so much.
Just mostly music.
Yeah,
mostly music.
That's what I did. I think
we released an album back in beginning of March. It's surprisingly been a hit. People like it, and there's always this weird thing where you think this song's gonna be more popular than this song, but then when you look at like the media plays, you know, because we get access to that.
Yeah,
the songs that you don't expect to be the biggest songs are the biggest songs.
Yeah,
which is cool.
And also the fact that it's happening and you're feeling that and seeing that and realizing that, it makes you feel more like a band because there's actually, you know what I mean? That's a scenario.
Yeah.
I think most local bands don't look at a lot of numbers. So
I've noticed the past couple shows there are a few songs where people will mouth the words at me while I'm singing it, which is awesome, but at the same time annoys me. Like, don't tell me the
Shut
words.
up.
I know the words. But at the same time in my head, I'm just like, stop. They just like it, dude. Chill the fuck out.
That's cool. You guys keep getting better. I like that you're taking a break from making another album.
It is in the works already.
Yeah,
I know, dude.
I knew it wouldn't be long.
I know, dude. Andrew's a machine, dude.
Andrew's a machine, and if you throw boredom on top of that, Andrew Holiday will make something.
So it is going to be in a different tuning. I think it's a lower tuning, I want to say.
Interesting.
Like C or something like that. I don't know. Andrew was talking about it the other day. Sometimes when he talks about stuff, my brain just numbs. Yeah. Because I don't know shit. I just say things over
I was going to say, especially when they're talking about.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he showed me some examples of what he's been in, like You Fail Me, early Converge album, which is hands down one of my favorites.
I
it's one of the
remember
best.
it a little bit.
Yeah. It's something that's been really driving him for the new album. So I feel like it's going to be a lot more, not grindy, but like fast and angry. He did show me some ambient shit he's been working on, and I don't know, I'm excited. I want to get everything that we have recorded now, because there's a few songs that, you know, we wrote and learned enough to record, but like playing it live is a whole different thing. So, you know, there's a few songs that we haven't played live yet that I want to get down before we start worrying about other shit. But I think, you know, it'll happen. Yeah, we have time. I don't think we plan on recording anything else until like next year, probably.
That's good though. It'll give you guys time to just be a band without the pressure.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
because it seems like ever since you guys started, when Brian lived in like the other house, you guys have always put yourselves under a bunch of pressure by constantly writing songs, plus shows, plus merch, plus the whole deal. But it's paid off.
Yeah.
I think that's what people don't realize. You have to do that in the beginning, and everybody's got to be on the same page with it.
Well, this thing started so weird to where, like, you know, I did the Tyrannos thing with Brian for a minute. Didn't work out. Me and Brian were talking about doing a punk thing. We still have those, the instrumental parts of those punk songs written. So at some point we'll record it and just release it for shits and giggles.
Will's moving back to town. 2 weeks.
Nice. But you know, he sent me Andrew shit that Andrew sent him, and I was like, this is dope. We started jamming. He liked me. I fucking fell in love with Andrew. So we started working hard on shit. We recorded that first demo was at Mass Made of Skin, and people were fucking into it, dude. Like people were real into it.
Yeah.
And then we had this feeling of like, man, I think we already have something going here. So we dove right into it. We was like, we should get this out. We should start pushing it hard. Like it went from being like this fun side activity to like maybe we could possibly do something with this.
Right.
And then ever since we just went nonstop. It's just been nonstop ever since.
It has been nonstop.
It's been like 2 years. We released a EP and a fucking full length in 2 years. I feel like that's impressive. I don't fucking know.
I'm
Maybe?
glad I can listen to it on anything, obviously streaming service, but I'm glad the CD, the new CD plays in my CD player in my car, because I'm pretty sure half of the
first one,
the graphics of the first one are inside of the CD player somewhere in my car.
Well, I'm glad this one was better about it, because you're not the first person I hear complain about the first release. Mine's fine. Mine works fine, but like I don't know.
It played fine while it was alive.
We'll reprint it at some point, probably to the people we're doing our identity one through,
or maybe throw it in the back of a jewel case.
Yeah,
of another album or something.
I don't know. It's been a ride. It's weird. Trying really hard to get into places and then not getting a response, and then the more we play and the more word of mouth spreads, the more these places have been reaching out to us, which is cool. We'd have a bunch of shit fall through this summer, which has been super disappointing. Yeah, obviously it's no one's fault. Shit happens. Yeah. So now we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? We'll figure it out. Maybe do a couple weekend runs or something, because we had a whole tour planned, and then that fell through. And then we, right after that fell through, we got put on something else for like 5 or 6 dates. And we were like, this is good. Dope. You know? And then I don't want to say his name because I don't know if I'm, I should, but.
For the what?
So we're.
The creation.
Sound That Inspiration. Yeah, we're going to do that. And his mom got sick.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's going on with that. I'm scared to ask, but like, so that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let people know if he wants people to know, but
I didn't want to get into detail.
Yeah, it super sucks.
It's like a personal thing.
That is the second time, right?
So it's the second time that we had something dope planned that fucking got ruined by fate. So we're like, is fate fucking us, or do we just have to keep pushing? So we're just gonna keep pushing. I don't know. We'll figure maybe a couple weekend things this summer. Not too worried about doing something huge. Seeing how everything is kind of falling the way it's falling, and we have families, so we got to figure out how to do shit with them in the summer too. We have time to figure it out,
Yeah, I think everything happens in time when it's supposed to. Probably, I don't know. That's a thing. People, that's a thing.
People say fate. I don't know if fate's a thing. But
that's a thing that
maybe
girls who read horoscopes tell me, but but like, if you think about like, isn't it kind of cool? I was talking about this with somebody else. Isn't it kind of cool? Like, if you have a band now, because even when you guys started, there was still like, that was MySpace and shit was
like back in the day.
Yeah. But social media wasn't what it was.
No.
Isn't it cool to like, you could do so much more for yourself to blow yourself up?
Well, now you got these things where like you can you pay a certain fee or whatever, and it puts your shit on all of the streaming platforms,
for sure.
Instead of having to go through each one and sign up and put your shit out there.
Yeah, like there's a couple of DistroKid is one.
Yeah, So it's like it's kind of a hassle. It's kind of a fucking headache sometimes, but it's dope that that's a thing that you have access to now.
But what's a little headache when when we started, especially when I did, but when we both did, that didn't exist. There was no way.
No.
There's no way to do that. And not only do we have that, we have a social media that's everybody's life.
Yeah.
Now that they live and die by. Podcasts. You guys are doing, you know what I mean? It's like free radio, but better than radio
cool.
now.
Yeah.
There's like all these avenues that if we had them back then, I like to believe that I would be somewhere, but
that's hard to say.
I don't know. I wouldn't
say.
No, I wouldn't have, but
I think that sometimes too, because I've always had fucking wild ideas back in the day.
Yeah,
then I see these things that are huge now, and I'm like, dude, if I would have had that back in the day, like I feel like I could have done something with it. I still can, honestly.
I
put in the work.
I just remember having all the ideas like for like all the things. And
Yeah.
it was like, but how do you? But you can't do it without a guy
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah, you need a guy for sure. And like, well, let's be honest, like recording equipment's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but at one point it wasn't available. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
try to look at the positive and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
The tides have turned. No,
I just had a sugar daddy or something. Like money, please. Give me something like it.
kiss your pee-pee
If I had,
once a month.
if I don't have access, like a large amount of money,
Oh man,
I would definitely have something going right now that was worth something. Not that I don't right now, but
I'd have a
like,
couple things. I have a couple.
there's so many ideas that was like, man, I need so much money to do this, and I have a good job, and I'm still broke.
Yeah, I need an investor that really likes my weird shit.
Yeah, dude,
that I have in my head.
that's what we're currently looking for. Someone to
An
back us,
investor?
dude.
Yeah.
Currently looking for someone that like is interested. Not it doesn't even just have to be like throwing us money as much as just like helping us, like in a way to where like we all have jobs, we all have lives that we have to worry about. So it'd be dope to have a person that is there to like push us forward. That's like to help us, set up tours or help us set up merch shit or whatever,
Well, if you guys are like willing to do a little bit of something, there's a guy, P. Diddy, owns Bad Boy Records.
I am okay with not being a part of that.
That shit's wild.
I think I just saw like a fucking interview with Method Man from like years ago, where he was like, I don't fuck around with Kanye because I saw him at a P. Diddy party and they were like sucking each other's dicks in his bathroom or something.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know if it was today, but today's when I seen it. There's there's actual videos emerging of all kinds of things. So it's neither here nor there. It's just wild. You hear, but yeah, people have been saying that for years. In that world.
Diddy's getting down on some ditties.
Yeah, and then you see that meme go around with Biggie because he's got the fucked up eyes, and there's a picture of him where his one eye is looking through the studio glass, and the other one's looking at Diddy, and they say that's why he had that fucked up eye because he's always had to keep one eye on him, always trying to touch his ass or something.
I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I don't care.
I don't care because I'm not,
It's
involved.
fine. It's whatever.
It's funny. I paid on the last one of these. I went through some P. Diddy songs, and his amazing performance. I must say so myself. One of my favorite comedy movie performances is from him in Get Him to the Greek.
You 100%.
He's hilarious. Didn't age well now. But,
I mean-
but hilarious.
Fuck, dude. It's hard because like OJ, I remember like growing up with like my introduction to OJ Simpson was
Rest in peace to Juice.
I mean, I guess a lot of people are pretty happy he's gone. It's still weird. Someone was just like, "Did you hear OJ died?" And I was like, "No." And then like someone else was just like, "Yeah, it's because no one fucking cares." It's fucking terrible, dude. There's someone out there that cares. He killed a bitch. It's fine.
I think he killed a dude too.
The glove didn't fit.
Didn't he kill a guy too?
I don't remember.
Oh man, I remember it being on TV.
I just remember being real annoyed that it was interrupting my Simpsons.
Yeah, it was on TV. My dad did watch it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's just a Bronco driving for hours.
But I just, my introduction to O.J. Simpson was the Naked Gun movies.
Oh yeah,
that's my introduction to O.J. Simpson. I didn't even know he's a football player for the longest fucking time. And they're like, yeah, he was a really good football player. And I was like, I don't know, he was funny in that movie I watched.
Yeah,
and somebody told me he killed somebody, and I was like, you know what? So did Matthew Broderick, but I still love Godzilla.
What did he do? What did Matthew do? Hit somebody?
It was like a car accident or something.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
I think there's a few people that have done that.
Yeah, dude, people die. People kill them. Sometimes they're rich enough to get away with it. I don't fucking know, dude. Oh, man. If the amount of times I thought, like, if only I was rich enough, you son of a bitch. I wouldn't. I'd feel guilty. I have guilt. I would feel bad. I wouldn't kill myself or anything because I like myself too much, but I would be sad for a while and then I'd forget.
Yeah, if you ever meet people like that are from like you know, like a lot of them like people who were megastars at one point are just so out of touch with what reality really is.
I could imagine. I wouldn't want to be that famous. I wouldn't want to be. That feels gross to me. Like I couldn't go to the grocery store, you know, without someone trying to touch me or something.
You can't go anywhere.
Talk to me.
After
get a picture with me. It's
yeah.
like, why do you want a picture of me, dude? I'm not even that attractive.
And then after years of that, everybody yes-anding you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not into it. I don't know, dude. Fame sounds terrible. Fame sounds like a lot of work that I'm not interested in putting in. You know what I mean?
I think when you get older, because when you're young, famous sounds great. I think you realize the only part of it that's great is a bunch of money.
I remember thinking for the longest time, man, I really wish I was the famous Jet Jackson. And then he killed himself. And I was like, man, I'm glad I'm not the famous Jet Jackson. I remember that actor's name.
I don't know.
That's how irrelevant he was. He was in the second Hills Have Eyes remake. It's the last thing I saw him in. And that was a terrible movie. It's probably why he killed himself. He's like, I came back to Hollywood and this is the shit.
Yeah, and he'd go around all those conventions and talk to all the fucking greasy
He would have been
like
a
us.
convention guy.
Yeah.
He would have been a convention guy.
He's seen his future. Listen, we were his future.
It's terrible because like there I see these conventions all the time. You see these fucking whatever actors, like the guy from like Starship Troopers or whatever, and you're like Casper Van Dien. I'm like, I'd go get a picture with him, but you know he's like, God damn it, I'm the guy at conventions now.
Yeah. And that's his only money.
His whole life now.
Yeah,
that's his whole existence.
It reminds me of what's the Tim Allen movie, the space one.
Galaxy Quest.
One of the great. It's so great, but like that's how that movie is.
Yeah,
they're all conventional.
It really
people.
does make fun of like
He loves it. Everybody
God, that
like,
movie was so ahead of its time, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's a great fucking movie. It's got a dope cast too. It's got fucking the guy from Monk, Sigourney Weaver. It's funny that I said the guy from Monk. He's a convention guy now, I bet.
Probably. Did you watch the Monk
fucking
movie?
Oh my god, this is gonna make me crazy. He played Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2, Choke. He's in a bunch of fucking shit. He's a really good actor, and I can't think of his fucking name right now, and I'm losing my mind.
The one with the thing on his head, right?
Huh?
Is that who you're thinking of?
He's the red shirt guy in Galaxy Quest.
Oh, you're thinking of
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
That was one of his first big roles because he was in like Ninja Turtles back in the day. He's always like a side guy. He was like a goon.
For a while, he was just funny because he's
great.
funny. And now he's like
have you ever seen the movie Choke? It's like it's from the same guy that wrote Fight Club.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But like, hey, he's fucking great. But you think he was in that movie and he was just like a random side guy? You know what I mean? Alan Rickman was in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, dude.
I love he just bitched through the whole movie.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, good shit. No, but like
movie. I'll have to rewatch that again.
You get to think about all these. Kevin Bacon was at some point was just a convention guy. Then he had a resurgence, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing now. Like it's so wild to think
whatever
that
he wants. Yeah.
You know, I think about this a lot, but Patrick Swayze died at the right time because I feel that Patrick Swayze would be a convention guy right now.
Yeah, especially after like this movie. He would have been
He's the Roadhouse guy.
Yeah.
He would have had a cameo in the new Roadhouse. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it was really good.
I mean, you go into it like you go into Maverick. You're like
well, Maverick was dope.
Well, Maverick
was a great fucking movie.
Here's the thing. It's a good movie because action movie. But like it's also cool to see like all the like reunions in the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it was Val Kilmer's last acting role.
But it's like but it's just a little bit of drama and a lot of flying planes.
It was dope. It's a dope movie.
It's great. Yeah, I
watched it with Kale. I feel weird saying this out loud, but I was a little high. She wanted to watch the movie because there was a Lady Gaga song or something in it. She wanted to hear this
Yeah.
Lady Gaga song the whole time, but by the end of the movie, she was like dead. And I was like, what? She was like, that was a good fucking movie. And I was like, you are my kid.
So Roadhouse is a good movie for. I mean, you can't go into it being like I'm gonna watch the great.
Well, yeah.
But like for fighting, like the fight scenes are awesome. And
Well, yeah, I
like
mean,
the way they filmed them are awesome.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
I was just saying it's got Jake Gyllenhaal, so it's got like one guy that acts real good.
I was an OG Conor McGregor fan. I was an OG Conor McGregor fan when he rose up from like middleweight and his way up. I watched this dude. He was fun to watch. And then he won a title and he became a psychopath. But I hear he's amazing in that movie. I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it.
He's him like.
Yes, I heard he's just Conor McGregor.
But like a little amped up.
Let's be honest. Conor McGregor as a character is fantastic.
But
he's a racist, awful human being. But
he's the comedy relief.
Fucking hilarious.
In the movie.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious.
If you take him as you're like, Conor McGregor as a character, you're like, he's funny as shit. We know he's a real person and he's terrible.
And he knows what he's doing.
But like,
what do they say that he's like one of the greatest sports showmen ever?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like
he probably would have whooped Nate Diaz's ass if he didn't get his leg broke.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Man,
I think so. He came into that fight fucking ripped and ready to go.
Yeah.
He was still trying to fight him with a broken fucking ankle, dude.
Yeah,
he was in the corner like, I'm
goat,
not done yet. He was trying to get up like, I'm going to fucking still fight you with a broken ass ankle. I don't give a shit what anyone says about McGregor. He's a fucking pit bull, bro.
Yeah, I love him. But Nate's fucking good too. So
he is good.
Nate is,
but he lost to a fucking Paul, so I don't give a shit.
But Nate is.
He lost to a fucking Paul. Was it Logan Paul too? Wasn't it Logan Paul he lost to?
I don't know, but it was a money grab for sure. But
that's fucking. I can't.
But here's the thing about the Diaz, his brother is. If you really watch the fights and stuff, his brother is really the guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's always the younger talent. They see their siblings grow up being badasses, and then they come in to their own. I mean, it's the same with like WD right now, like Cody Rhodes. A lot of people shit on him, but that dude's a goat for sure.
Yeah,
he moves smooth. I don't see him botch a move rarely, and if he does botch a move, it's because the person he's working with botches it. You know what I mean? Like this dude is. It's the reason why he won WrestleMania 40. You know, he's a fucking.
You see the Rock the video clip on the internet of The Rock doing something like rubbing a guy's hand or something. Like
he handed him something. He handed him something,
but he kept his hand there.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. So
plus with the outfit he was wearing, it was just like.
So I know you're not into wrestling. I know you're not.
I've been getting a little more into it, and so I've been watching like all the clips, highlights and stuff.
I quit
Sam
watching
Roberts. I watch his shit. So
yeah. So I quit watching wrestling a long time ago because it got real silly. They made it PG, which I know it sounds real gross as a guy saying, "Oh, it's PG now." But like as a kid growing up, you watch this. The Attitude Era was wild, and now when I look back on the Attitude Era, I realize why it was terrible. You know, it was really gross towards women. There's a lot of aspects of it that were really not cool. You know, but like there are aspects of it that were fucking brilliant. Like I always think back to like Stone Cold whooping Booker T's ass in a grocery store and dumping milk all over Booker T, and then running him through the fucking checkout lane and scanning his face and shit.
Yeah, like these real world things.
The real world shit where you're just like, I know it's not real, but this is fucking fun. This is entertainment. You know what I mean? And then they got rid of all that shit because it wasn't PG or whatever. And I started watching it during COVID, and they have all these new guys in there, and they're doing shit I can't imagine even doing these crazy ass fucking flips off of things and these weird crazy slams. And the more I watched it, the more I was just like, yeah, dude. And I got into it more and more and more. And now I'm watching it every fucking Monday and Thursday. I'm watching all the pay-per-views. I'm fucking getting excited about people. You know, like, I don't know, like buying merchandise. I got sucked right the fuck back in. But this build up to WrestleMania was big because I remember like growing up, and my stepdad being like obsessed with like Dusty Rhodes, you know?
Yeah.
And you grow up with like, you know, like fucking Fatu and all these fucking old school guys and like Yokozuna.
So yeah, I used to watch, I mean, I I watched religiously probably until, and it had nothing to do with this, but probably until like the Rock was done. It didn't have to do with the Rock, but
Yeah.
like that when he was done, I was done.
I remember when Rock was
era.
like Rocky Maivia, and he was
Yeah.
this Jody guy in this weird Hawaiian getup, and he's bouncing around the stage like a weirdo. And then he did the Nation of Domination thing and became a heel. And
Why sit like? Cause
I watched him rise to like what he was. You know what I mean? And then like I think around the time I stopped watching was when he got beat by John Cena and quit and became an actor.
So I grew up in the era. So my biggest era of my obsession with wrestling was like my two favorites ever. Ultimate Warrior was number one. Everybody liked Hulk Hogan. I did too, but Ultimate Warrior was my favorite. I think it was just his get up probably, and he's fucking yacked all the time.
Ultimate Warrior was a fucking
Yeah, he was
psychopath, dude. He
yeah.
was fun to watch.
He was yacked all the time. And then Jake the Snake. I love Jake.
Jake the Snake was dope. He was this guy that would just get fucking.
Yeah.
He's a drunk. He would just smoke a cigarette, come out. He was this fucking, this like fucking droopy guy that came out with a snake.
And just like wet hair
He's
all the
that-
time for
he's
some
that
reason.
guy. Like he's that guy that would beat. He's that guy at the bar. This old guy with greasy hair. That like
same hair
fucking
as like
fratty dudes would fuck with, and then he would whoop the fratty dude's ass, even though
Yeah.
he was just this fucking doughy guy. He was just he was a fucking badass. So I get that.
Same hair as Razor Ramon.
Yeah,
Same wet hair for some reason.
yeah. I mean,
So much.
well, and like
Too
that's
much.
that's one thing that definitely kind of I started losing interest in him. Was like everyone got so fucking yoked, to the point to where it's like unrealistic.
Yeah, I loved Sting. I loved Sting as well.
Yeah, but Sting was a big guy, but he was naturally big,
Yeah.
And then you had like Bret Hart, one of my all time favorites.
He just had that retirement or whatever.
Bret Hart?
No, Sting.
Sting, yeah,
And he
that was dope.
won the thing,
It was
yeah.
dope. He's
I
still
watched-
wrestling to this day. It's wild to me that he like older guy, and he was still whooping ass.
Yeah, I watched that online.
But I think I lost interest. Like they brought in Brock Lesnar, and Cena's fun to watch. He's like a nice guy, but everyone got so big.
Yeah, I'll say this: Cena was fun to watch in wrestling. I'm so glad he's an actor after Ricky Stenicki. Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god,
Is it good?
he might be one of the funniest people I've ever. His character, he plays that shit so good. He's hilarious.
You
That
know what?
movie is great.
You know what the final nail on the coffin for me, for like wrestling, when I was just done with it. I grew up watching both WCW
Road Warriors
and WWE, or WWF at the time. My stepdad would bounce back and forth. We'd watch together, and I remember all the guys I was super into was because of my stepdad. Like I get real excited. I love the Undertaker because he loved the Undertaker.
Yeah,
I loved Bret Hart. He didn't like Bret Hart very much. I loved Roddy Piper because he was just mouthy and he was just this weird small guy that just whooped everyone's ass. I love that guy. He didn't like him very much either. But like I remember watching this shit with him back and forth, and I remember like that's how he got introduced to Sting, was WCW and all this shit. But like as time progressed, and I'm still trying to watch this. I remember one of my favorites back in the WCW days was like the Four Horsemen was Chris Benoit. Fucking loved Chris Benoit. He was just this fucking, and he slowly got bigger over time,
Yeah.
physique wise, especially when he jumped into the WWE. He got huge. Turned out it was steroids, obviously.
Well, yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I love this man. Watching this man was like magic. The way he moved in the ring, this fucking short, little fucking ripped, scary fucking, I don't know if he's Canadian or what the fuck he was, but he was a monster, dude. He would leap off of ropes and headbutt motherfuckers. He had missing teeth, didn't care about fixing them. He didn't give a fuck. This dude was just scary as fuck. I fucking love this man. And I remember the year before I graduated, we went to Florida, and I was real excited because it was like towards the I started watching wrestling again because they incorporated more of the ECW shit in there, and I remember growing up and going to ECW shows at like Wing Stadium and shit as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like seeing RVD in them in person in these tiny ass arenas. They incorporated more of that into it. And I was real excited for this pay per view. We were gonna be back on Sunday. And And then, you know, I get home and I see all the shit on Facebook about him killing himself and shit. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was supposed to have a big match with CM Punk. CM Punk was this uprising guy and supposed to be a big deal. And I was like super depressed. I remember watching like the memorial thing, and then like the next day is when it came out that he killed his family and then killed himself. And it was a lot of it was like from brain damage, but a lot of it was like, you know, you jump off of juice.
Yeah.
It fucks with your brain. You know, so I just quit. I was like, I'm done with wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
I think one of my favorite things to watch is my favorite things was always, I loved The Undertaker as well.
Yeah.
And it was the brother stuff between him and Kane.
Yeah, that was fun.
Back in the day. Just so fun, man. And I loved watching Paul Bearer just get beat up whenever they did it. It was my favorite because he drove me nuts, dude.
I still remember seeing clips of him being buried in cement.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, so wild, dude. Oh, man.
You remember watching, you'd watch it on any given night, and you wait all week, and again, you know what I mean? You can't wait to watch. And then it would be just a lame ass night where nobody cool at all would come out.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember being so disappointed as a kid.
That still happens, you know? Like, there's still like Mondays or Thursdays. I mean, usually it's like when it's a build up for a pay-per-view or whatever, you don't see a whole lot of action from like the guys you want to see.
What do you think of the Vince McMahon stuff?
I mean, it's obvious when you watch old clips of shit, the way he treated everyone, the way he acted.
Yeah, he's always been a
especially
douche,
the women wrestlers. Like, there's that whole sequence where like he was gonna have I don't know if it was Stacy Keibler rubber ass in his face, or like he had Trish Stratus give him a dirty dance on a table, and he acted like, oh fuck, did like the cum faces and stuff.
Yeah,
you could tell he's very perverted.
Those text messages were crazy, dude.
Unfortunately, I think the longer this goes on, the more shit's going to come out about people I actually liked in the WWE. I know Stephanie McMahon's under the microscope. Yeah, there's Brock Lesnar was for a minute, but they proved him innocent. So I'm assuming he's going to be cleared at any point. But there's definitely people that were involved. A lot of them probably not involved in the WWE anymore. There, where you're going to be like, oh man, I like them a lot. That's terrible. You know, so this past WrestleMania, there was a big ladder match.
Okay.
For the titles. And I couldn't help but think about the fucking Dudleys and the Hardy Boys and Christian and Edge, man. And I think about like how intense all of those matches were. And that's like the longest running feuds, I think, in wrestling history, is like these three teams going at each other for fucking ever. And it was never not entertaining.
Was never not entertaining, and as a kid, I could never not like any of them.
I still, anytime I see, like, the AEW thing's fine. They do their thing. It's whatever. But the only time I watch is, like, RVD's, he's under a Legends contract through WWE, so he can do whatever he wants. So he's been doing shit at AEW, and I'll watch his matches. I know recently they didn't re-sign their contracts, but the Hardy Boys were doing shit over there. I don't give a shit about Impact or any other shit because it's a lot of really corny shit. But like the Dudleys are over there, and I was watching their shit. Anytime I see their names on anything, I'll watch it. Like Edge and Christian are both at AEW right now, and I'll watch their shit because it's like these are dudes that know how to do it, and you know, regardless of the situation they're in, it's going to be fucking entertaining to watch. You know, and they've tried to recreate that shit with so many other situations, and it'll never be as good as it was then.
No,
never.
It can't. Yeah,
never. I'll watch it and I'm like, it's all right, but like you can't recreate.
No, this shit was
magic,
electric
dude.
Back then.
Yeah, dude,
it was electric.
You're the whole time you're watching it, you're like seeing people set some shit up, and you're like, what's gonna happen? The whole time you're like, what is next? What is gonna happen? You're always excited. You know what I mean? And that's just it's not a thing anymore. I mean, they're trying. They're trying.
What they're faced with now is a lot of rules and things laws that didn't exist.
Here's the exciting thing now. So with their you know, Cody Rhodes just defeated Roman Reigns, took the title from him. Longest longest and considered the greatest reign, even though it's not the longest. There's like people that have had the title longer than Roman Reigns, but like it's considered the greatest reign because, I mean, dude puts butts in seats. Dude puts on a good show. Didn't wrestle a whole lot, which is kind of lame, but like when he did, he put on a fucking show. And Rhodes came through, and he ended his story. There's this long build up. It's been 2 years in the making, and he fucking ended it. And now they're like, even like Triple H, he's like running WWE now. He's like, this is Cody's show. It's a new era, and they're calling it the Renaissance era. So they're moving to Netflix at the end of the year.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No rules.
Oh, no.
So it's going to go back to the Attitude Era. Less sex, obviously. Like, sex is off the table, but it's all about, like, entertainment. You know what I mean?
Violence.
And they're yeah, dude.
Violence.
And the build-up, so, like, The Rock came back because, like, Roman Reigns is part of the bloodline. Technically, The Rock is part of the bloodline. He came back. They made it seem like he was going to, like, turn on Roman Reigns. There's this whole thing where, like, so Rhodes won the Royal Rumble, which means he gets to pick whoever champion he wants to face.
Yeah. He
picked Roman Reigns. Rock came back. He's like, well, I'm going to wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. They did this whole build-up where they did this whole, like, press conference, and Cody came out, and he's like, fuck no, I'm going to wrestle him. Rock smacks him. Now it's Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. And then Roman Reigns came in the Shield with this guy named Seth Rollins, who is, hands down, one of the best champions. He's like the Raw champion or whatever.
Yeah.
They did this build-up where it was like, Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and every night it was like shit got more and more intense to the point to where, like, one episode, like literally like a week or so before WrestleMania, Rock just beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes throughout the whole stadium, like Attitude Era style, to the point where he's gushing blood from his face, slammed his head off his fucking RV a bunch and shit. I don't know, it's dope. It's a dope build up, and
I remember as like a kid.
This is the future, though. This is where they're going to push it. Like, it's not going to be. It's still kid friendly, but it's not going to be like. It's going to be rated like for mature for sure, dude. They're bringing back the Attitude Era. Like I think that's a good thing.
More cinematic,
dude.
I remember as a kid though. I remember watching, like, waiting for it to come on, and I would go get my ring and all my guys, and I you know what I mean. Whoever was fighting.
Yeah, dude.
'Cause I had them all, as many as you could have, and fight as they went. And if it didn't go my way on TV, then it went my way in my living room. I'll tell you that.
I just bought the new wrestling game, and I've been fucking with that.
Is it good?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
dude. One of these days you should just come over and fucking play some wrestling with me, dude.
Try it out.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Jordan came over and watched WrestleMania with us, and so WrestleMania is 2 days now. It's Saturday and Sunday. We had Ois Fest Saturday, so I didn't get to watch it. So Jordan came over like noon. We watched the first part of WrestleMania, made a bunch of wings, hung out, played some video games, watched the second part of WrestleMania. And like playing these games with someone else is so much more fun than playing by yourself. I still enjoy playing it by myself, but
yeah.
Like, if you ever want to come over and fucking slam on some wrestling with me, dude, let's do it.
Thanks, man.
Let's fucking do it, dude. It's a good time.
I'm down. Speaking of Jordan's going to be on.
Yeah, I saw that.
In a week
I saw
or
that.
so, I think.
I fucking love Jordan. I
I
love
do
that
too.
man so much.
Yeah.
I always feel weird about how much I love him.
He's one of those people. It's kind of like Andrew.
Yeah.
This is
Because I fucking love Andrew too.
What I say-
I love all my bandmates. I love Curtis.
Oh well, yeah.
I love Brian.
Yeah.
But like me and Andrew have had like for somehow we have this connection.
Andrew's one of these human beings that, like, if you're a person that, and I've never heard of this, but if you're a person that doesn't like Andrew for some reason, then you're probably a piece of shit human being.
Probably.
Because that doesn't make any sense.
No, makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. Like in his past, he did something weird to somebody.
Well, whatever.
Or whatever. But I mean, I'm in that same boat. I guarantee you there's someone out there that hates my fucking guts.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure.
Guaranteed. And I probably deserve it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of stuff. So.
Yeah. We just talked about wrestling for so long.
We did.
It's just weird because I just never thought I would be sucked back into something like that. And I am very much a huge wrestling fan now. It's like a revamp. I feel like a kid again, and I think that's a big part of it. There's this like this little bit inside of me where like I remember how much I loved it as a kid, how much fun it was to watch, and now I'm back in that. You know what I mean? Like I get excited about watching. Like, let's say I have a shitty night bowling on Monday nights. I come home and I get to watch wrestling, and I feel way better. You know, I have a shit long day on a Friday, or I have to drive hours to pick Kale up. I got Kale loving wrestling. She's been talking about possibly wanting to get into like possibly wrestling herself, which I'm going to force her into anything. But if she wants to go that route, dude, I'm 100% supporting it.
That'd be a cool thing.
I mean, she's doing the cheer thing. She's very active. She's got fucking a fucking 6-pack. I'm fucking like, I'm jealous. I was like, how do you get that? She's like, I just do stuff. I was like, so do I. Like, what?
Isn't it cool that you have the daughter? Like, she does the cheerleading and then is possibly interested in wrestling. And then I have Addison. She's been in gymnastics forever, and she just took up skateboarding. And I thought it was she's just saying it, dude. She's been at the skate park every day. So,
that's the way to go, man.
And she just walks around and just talks to all the skaters.
That's cool, man.
Show me
I remember
and,
being young and like going to skate parks and having some of those cooler guys. Like, that's how I learned how to do a kickflip. It's like some random guy like did it a bunch of times, and then he was like had his arms out while I was doing it a bunch. He caught me if I fell, and then I finally landed one and like gave me the high fives and was all excited. Like, that's cool that people are still like that.
She was acting nervous. It's more like that, even more so now. I mean, and I told her that. I said she was acting nervous, and I'm like, you're not a nervous. You're not a shy kid. You're loud and you're goofy.
Oh, I mean, you fall on a skateboard. Well, it's a hard fall.
Well, not that, but no, it's not about the skating. About the guy, like the skaters.
Oh,
so there's a lot of. I said, you got to. She goes, will you go over and just ask them if I'm in their way? I said, no, you go ask them. You're not shy. Go ask. I said, everybody here, I guarantee, is.
It's one of the common misconceptions of like skateboarders is like, it's a community, man.
Yeah, and the one thing that skateboarders like, especially ones that have been skating for a while, is seeing a kid learning how to skate.
Yeah, dude.
And
100%.
She learned that 2 times, and then ever since then, she just runs around, talks to people, asks questions. And she's like, there's some dude with a long beard, older guy, long beard, and clearly older, but he's out there ripping. He must have been doing his whole life or something. And she goes, I think I'm going to go talk to him. He's just skating kind of off to the side all by himself, and he'll rip through everybody. And then, she walked right over and just started talking to people, man. It was, and I was like, I was talking to my brother about it, and even my brother's like, well, if she sticks with it, like into summertime, then he's like, I'll put money on it. And I was like, nice, because I rather you.
I gotta get your brother's number.
All right.
No, just because like we're going out to Vegas in like a month and a half, and I'm going to that fucking Def Club show, and I might see if he wants to go with me, because I don't think anyone else is going to go with me.
Oh,
I want to go by myself, dude. I think he would dig that band too. I think he might like them.
Yeah, he'd be down.
He told me to hit him up. I just don't have his number.
I'll give it to you before I leave or something.
Yeah. Don't make it weird. Your brother's sexy. All right. I'm sorry if I got a little bit of a thing for him.
Well, we have.
I think most men do.
My brother and I have a past. No, we're brothers. No.
No, but that's dope, man.
It's just cool to see, like, of anything, our daughters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, kind of, like, double, like, two-facing it, you know what I mean?
I do.
I like to see them active.
I don't think Jess is into the idea, but I've talked to Ryan about it, and he's like, dude, yeah, let's have a wrestling daughter. And I was like, is it weird?
You know, it's all about...
Is it weird that, like, my ex's husband is kind of giving me a bit of a chub right now?
Yeah. I mean, that shit always seems weird, but it's better than the alternative.
No, he's a good dude. I like him. I like him more than I like her. So,
but I think it's about with the kids. It's about, God damn it, if they want to do anything, that's like,
exactly, dude. Let them try it. Let them try it.
Anything but sit on a fucking tablet all day. Mm-hmm. Go out and do something, have hobbies, and support them in their shit.
Well, I know she's 100% into the cheer thing, which at first I was weirded out by, but like seeing it in person, it's fun. It's wild. They put themselves. It's like these little ass kids doing these crazy ass stunts, and like I've seen some of them fall real fucking hard. So I'm like, that's impressive. I gotta give him props for that.
I watch Addison like up on the bar doing the thing and stuff, and
It's scary, dude. It's scary.
She's fell before, and I've had to run out there because she was just yelling. I thought she broke her leg back or something.
Well, Kale's set to be a flyer this coming year, which is dude. I've seen a lot. I've been to a couple competitions this year, and I'm excited for her because she's excited, but at the same time, I'm like, man, can I be on the floor? Is that a thing? Can I run out there? I don't think you can, but like I want to be.
Yeah, because she can be as good as she is, but she is relying on her teammates.
Yeah, it's a rough. God, it's rough. It's rough. It's different. When she's playing basketball, it was a whole different game. This is a whole new thing.
Yeah, well, I just found out Isaiah's doing. His mom hit me up, and we're looking for a dirt bike for him. But I was like, Jesus, man, that fucking kid's gonna kill himself. He's just he's into everything, dude.
That's dope.
And it's all, but that's all he wants. He goes, you guys don't have to give me anything else.
Just a dirt bike.
Just a dirt bike. You know, obviously his size, but like, yeah, I was like, fuck, man.
Dude, kids are. Man, you know, I never wanted a kid. But I'm glad I had one because it's definitely one of them things where you're just like, I don't know, man. It's a satisfying feeling to see something or someone or whatever you made, even if it was not technically on purpose.
Yeah, you made, and
they're like a whole person, and they're doing all these cool things, and like I'll never not be cool to this person, which is the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't know, like I could do the goofiest, dumbest shit, and she thinks it's super cool. And I'm like, why, dude? Why? Why do you still think I'm cool?
Yeah.
She'll come out, like, she'll like, I'll get up before her, and I'll be watching some shitty, dumb, nerdy cartoon, and she'll come out, and she's like, what's this, Dad? And I was like, it's some shit you won't like. She'll watch it for a minute, and she'll be like, Dad, it's not my cup of tea, but I see why you like it. And I'm like, I hate you right now. I hate you, but I love you because I feel like you. This is so. I watch a lot of dumb shit, so it's cool that I don't know. She watches dumber shit, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come out, you think your dad's super cool, and you come out and he's watching a cartoon about superheroes, and you're just like, what's your deal? It's like I'm still a kid.
Yeah. I'm the
cool,
same
though.
way. It's. Not only is it cool to watch your kid, like you made this little thing, and especially once they start really growing up, but then because you worry the whole time, you're like, did I make any good choices with you? Like, did I do good enough? And then you just see them do good. You know what I mean? You're like,
yeah. I don't know, man.
Awesome.
The whole way I approached being a dad was like, I think about like how my dad approached trying to be like a dad with me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously when you first start, you follow the books, you make sure they stay alive. But then when they get to a certain point where they're like walking on their own and they're talking on their own, they're having their own ideas. It's like, what do I do from here? You know, because I don't want to mold them into my own thing. I want them to be their own thing. But like, how do I approach that? So anything they get into, you support it. You watch with them, even if it's fucking terrible.
Yes, indeed.
You know, and then you just keep pushing forward with that. And if they have any questions, they ask you, or they have any interest you're into, you try to stir them in the right direction without being too forceful.
Yeah,
and then you hope that they become their own thing. And I was lucky enough to where, like, my kid's a good mixture of me and her mom. I don't like her mom very much, but she has a lot of good attributes.
Yeah.
As a human being, you know, and I want, I want to support her in everything that she does, and she tries her hardest to be into anything I'm into. So
yeah, well, I've that's one thing that I find. Everything you said is the hitting the nail on the head, and then I anything that I do, what I learned is, anything that I'm doing or I'm into, I just, if they want to, they don't have to, but I just involve them.
Yeah.
because I'm going to do my shit, but I'd rather you be around and you know what I mean? So come try it out. You know what I mean?
Like any game I'm playing, she'll watch me if she's like, can I try it? I'm like, yeah, dude, for sure. It's like food or anything I get into. She's like, can I try it? Or like when she tried doing cooking, I tried to teach her to do cooking, but I was like, this, if it's not your thing, you don't have to worry about it. You know, it's fine. Anything I'm into, she expresses any interest at all, I leave the door open. But I'm also like, might not be your thing. And anytime she's interested in anything, even if it's something I don't care about, I will keep my door open and I will indulge her. And there's been times where I'm like, this is actually pretty fucking cool. And there are times where I was like, this is not my thing. But I'll let you do it. You know, you do your thing. Do your thing. You know, do your thing. It's fun. You know, like the whole TikTok thing. I fell off real fast. I don't care. I don't either. But if Addison or I'm not saying I haven't made them with her,
but I'll do it.
But there are times where she's like, I'm going to do this. You should do this. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Plus, I always try to justify. I'm like, plus, let's think about this. I'm your dad. I'm 42.
Yeah.
You don't want
it was like, no one wants to see this.
You don't want me in this.
She was
video.
like, yeah, but my friends think you're cool. And I was just like, they're not going to think this is cool when they see me do it.
You're trying to get
like trying to make your friends think I'm lame. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Are you trying to get followers?
You know? Yeah.
Don't involve me.
Yeah, I don't know. Raising kids is wild. It's weird. It's a whole different world. I wish, like, my dad was as active as he possibly could be, but like, I wish my other parents were as involved in my life as I try to be with my kids. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big thing. You know, like my dad was dope. I didn't move in with my dad until I was in high school, though. So I had all these years before then where I didn't have any support. I didn't have anyone backing me on anything that they didn't have interest in. So it was this weird thing where like I was really excited about something and they didn't give two fucks. And I never wanted to be that parent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a thing. My parents were great parents. It's a different era, I think, of parent to where they just worked so much. And it was like they didn't play and they didn't do, you know what I mean? But they supported my mom supported. My dad was a little rough.
I was in the opposite position because
but they didn't they weren't involved.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, whatever. But they worked so much. My mom worked like 2 or 3 jobs and went to college. My dad was working 2 jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't know, what do you need? You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. But whereas like I felt by myself a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's like when even my 5-year-old says, she goes, Dad, will you play with me? Because nobody will play with me because Addison's always got somebody around. You know what I mean? And she's the only one ever was on it. And it like wrenches my heart that I'm like, even if I am dead in the water, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm fucking playing Bubble Guppies now for the next fucking hour or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I grew up. I was stuck with my mom, so I don't know. She had her own thing. I spent a lot of time playing with action figures and playing video games and card games and shit when I was a kid because like my mom and my stepdad was always doing painting shit or meth or whatever the fuck he had going on, and my mom was just so absorbed. I don't know honestly, to this day, I don't understand what she was absorbed in because our house is always filthy. So I'm not sure to think back, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. And then I remember moving in with my dad in like fucking high school and my dad doing everything in his fucking power to be a part of everything that I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Keep pulling me into everything that he was doing. I mean, he's the reason why I got so excited about tabletop games. You know, we did he introduced me to fucking Risk. I fucking loved Risk. We played Command and Conquer. Anytime I got excited about a video game, he would try to be a part of it. Anytime I got excited about anything, he would try to interject himself into that thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was like this weird, sharp transition. And unfortunately, probably too late in life for me to like really, I mean, I appreciate it, but like it's this weird thing to where like I was already at this point where I was such a loner. I just didn't get to appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
which is wild to think about.
Well, you do now.
No, I mean,
the other
my
thing
dad's my dad's dope as shit. I'm not doing anything. It's just this weird thing to think about where it's just like, man, I was so by myself for so long that when I finally got around my dad, like I have fond memories of this shit, but I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was so used to just being by myself. It was like a whole new thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I never wanted my kid to experience that. I wanted my kid to always feel incorporated and to be a part of things. And it's hard because she doesn't care about a lot of the things that I care about, but I try to interject myself in as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, think about your dad is always accepting of all your anybody that you loved.
Yeah.
Like friend wise.
Oh, 100%.
And I think he cares about, so he'd like take all of us on and care about us too. Enough to where he'll hit me up, or I'm sure anybody, but be like, hey, what is this? Ask you questions and stuff. Yeah, your dad's the best.
My dad's dope. My dad's real dope.
Your dad is the best.
I'll occasionally hear from my mom, and she'll ask why I don't talk to her as much, and she'll be like, you're always around your dad, and I don't know how to explain to her. It's just like, because there's one person in my life that's always been there for me, as much as he possibly could be. But my fucking dad, dude. And honestly, that's made me a better dad, because that's who I want to emulate. And I don't want to be my mom. I don't want to be my stepdad. I love both of them dearly, as much as I also have a lot of grievances. But like, my dad is the person that I want to be like.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's the dude.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's been through a lot of shit, and he still puts everyone else before him. And that is the wildest thing. Because for me, I don't know if I even have the strength to be that strong of a human being. Like, he is the dopest human being. I don't know. I just hope he knows that, any chance I possibly get to let him know that, I want him to know that. Because he's literally the coolest human being I think I've ever been around. Honestly. He's dope. He's the dopest. Dope. The dopest of dope. He's not better than... I'm not going to say he's better than anyone else's parents. It's fine. Everyone has their own view of their parents. But, he's godly in my opinion.
Yeah, but to have that opinion of your parents...
He's godly in my opinion. I don't believe in gods. I don't believe in worshiping people like that. But he's the closest thing to godly that I could imagine, being a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I feel that way about my parents now too. Especially when I got older and realized how much they were doing to just...
It's a lot.
To make sure that
I was fine. Put that poor man through so much shit, dude, and he's always had my back.
You have no idea.
He had to drive 2 states back after driving 2 states away to get to Washington to bury his own father, because my dumbass stole my brother's van and crashed it into a parked truck. And he was, from what I heard, he was really pissed until he got there, and he laughed. When I got there, he was so pleasant and nice, and you could tell he's disappointed and mad. But he didn't treat me like a fucking villain or a felon or anything. And he actually took me on one of the best vacations I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, he was a dad. He was your dad. Yeah.
Wild to think about. That's a wild trait, because I don't think there's no one else in my mom wouldn't have done that. My stepdad wouldn't have done that.
What,
I would have ass beat if my stepdad had to do that.
A natural reaction to that would to be a human being and be very angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And deal with it in some probably wild, wild fashion.
Yeah. Instead, I saw biker tits, the Badlands, and I got to see Seattle, Washington, with my own eyes for the first time. It was probably one of the best vacations I've ever had in my entire life, under terrible circumstances. My dad was very wrecked, and I think I saw my dad break down quite a few times during the trip when I wasn't supposed to. I think he thought no one was paying attention. It was very...
I think you got to think after he went through. I mean, as bad as what you did or was or whatever as a kid, you know what I mean? For that to happen, and then him probably be overwhelmed and furious on the drive there, but for his dad, and he's the son, and he just come to his son, and then it's like, I don't know, dude, let's go on a vacation. You know what I mean?
I'm curious to I've never asked him, but I'm curious to ask what he actually thinks of that whole thing now. When he thinks about, when he looks back, when he thinks back, is it fond memory? Is it a negative memory? I'm curious.
I think that the one thing that that was probably I can't speak for anybody, but if I'm thinking about it, if something like that happened, you get, and then you did that, and I get to my son, and I just went through that where I'm the son. I'm thinking all I want to do, I'm going to look at you in all your mess, and I'm going to be like, I just want to fucking be with this kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder if
because this shit I just went through was nuts. You know what I mean?
I wonder if I helped the situation at all. Just being there. I'm curious. Because I think in my head, I think I would want my kid with me, and I don't even want to think about that situation. But right. I think I'm curious.
You would want, yeah, for sure. I guarantee you did. Yeah. But.
Oh, man. We got real deep there for a second.
Yeah. That's all right.
A little deep dive.
So we got all right. So we know we got shows coming out. I plug your guys' shows at the end of every episode. Or I plug your guys' band and shit at the end of every episode. I'm used to it happening. So because of the pod. But
yeah.
So we know you got shows coming up. You have shows you can't announce. You have shows that are already announced. You can go to social media and find those. What else do you got going on? You said you other things, other aspirations. So you had other things.
So
I know the one thing. But I don't know if that's one of them, but
I know, I don't know, dude. I started getting really into the D&D thing. I don't know, I really want to. I like the idea of just pulling myself into this whole fantasy world where I can be whatever I want to be. We can do all these fantastic things. So I don't know, I have all these ideas of, I don't know, cool live D&D shows where you get random people in. It's just I have a few DMs in mind with short things, and I think it'd be fun to start doing shows where we have random, comedy guests or whatever on, and we just
podcast or
not necessarily
YouTube
podcast,
video or whatever,
but a whole show
video
live somewhere, or maybe we do record it like a podcast.
Oh, you're just talking about live somewhere.
We just do, one-offs, and I feel like we could call it the one-offs, where it's each show is different people and it's different. Obviously before the show, we'll get in depth in who the character is and what their character is, what their backstory is, all this shit. So we can build this whole vibe, and then we'll go into this live show, and then it would be cool to hand out sheets of paper to where what kind of creature should we run into? What's this scenario? Maybe there's a part of one of the characters' backstories that we don't know about that this person adds something to that fucking adds to the show. Obviously, we'd have to make it short, 1-2 hour shows, but it's something I think would be a lot of fun. And I think
Can
it's
you do
something,
it in that short of amount of time?
I mean,
in my mind, because I don't know, because I don't really know, but in your mind, so to an outsider, when you hear
1 to 2 hours, I think would be a reasonable time.
D&D sounds like 5 hours,
and you do a one-off because D&D, the whole D&D thing is 9 times out of 10 if you're playing D&D, it's months long. Your campaign, because it's hours at a time. Most people have real jobs, so you have to work around that. But this would be one-offs. Each person involved is making a character that if this character dies, you're not going to be sad about it. You know what I mean? And if you die, we can still work you in another way to where maybe we have NPCs that we run into to where we'll have random other people involved that'll pop on. That's an NPC that'll be there for a minute. You know what I mean? I think that would be fun to have random shows once or twice a month. Maybe once every other month even. It's hard to get people together. I get it. Everyone has jobs, but that would be a fun thing.
Well, I think people get together.
That I really want to push off. That like, if I can find the right place to do it and the right people and the right DM, I think I want to do a show called The One-Offs, where it's just like random group of guys, and we're taking campaigns, and I would like for them to be perilous, to where there's a good chance that everyone's gonna die before the end. There's no happy ending. But to be fun, it'd be fun.
I think if it's an event, people will show.
Yeah, I think that's what it'd be. We make it an event every time.
Because how many events are there for you? You know what I mean?
I know. So that's something I'm really I've been really working on and trying to workshop and trying to get going. Me and like I said, me and Tommy have been talking about doing something. We have a similar schedule to where it's like a talk show almost, to where it's like from another world. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I'll be a goblin, he'll be like a wizard or something, and then we have random guests on who can before they come on, obviously we'll reach out to them and be like, what kind of character do you want to be? What's your backstory? And it's going to be a lot of yes-anding. So like essentially we're creating a universe with every episode because you say something and that's what it is. You know what I mean? You can't say no to it. You have to be like, oh fuck, that's right. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a fun, like once a month, maybe twice a month kind of thing.
Yeah, something.
Some, you know, whatever. And other than that, I just got band shit. It's got band shit.
Yeah, you're always bogged down with that for sure.
I know, dude.
It's good. It's a good thing.
It seems like it's getting busier and busier, which is a good thing, but at the same time, it's a fucking headache.
It might be a headache, but it's a good thing. I mean, think about, you know, it's what you want when you're in a band.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
It's what you think about, and then all the years that you played in, you know what I mean? That's all you ever wanted, and it's just like
I think the thing that makes
comes to fruition.
This band so much better is that we came into this thing as like a shits and giggles side whatever. You know, we'll play shows whenever, we'll record songs whenever, and then it just became a thing because people were interested.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Mouthful of Locusts. There's a lot of great music, obviously. Fun shows. You guys always do something fun.
We're gonna start doing. I think this weekend we're gonna do like a wing thing, similar to Hot Ones, and we're gonna just do like random shit. Like when I'm in Vegas in May, I'm gonna have Chelsea just film me. I'm gonna find random shit. I'm just gonna have her film me eat random foods and shit, and then I'm gonna call like one of the guys on the phone and on speakerphone and like do a whole thing. I think we're gonna start building more content and not just like, you know, like a lot of bands are like tough guy content. This is gonna be like stupid shit.
Well, yeah, you guys have never been
stupid shit because we're not tough guys.
You've never been tough guy content.
We're not tough guys and we don't give a shit about tough guy content. So like we're just gonna start making more stupid shit.
I like that you. I mean, you guys have. So what I was getting to, there's a lot of fun involved, a lot of a fun element.
Yeah, why would you want to have anything else?
Yeah,
you know
there's a, but it's like a real fun. You know what I mean? Not like a rock star fun or something like that. It's like a real fun, and you guys got a lot of silly, and but all that comes from like a seamless friendship that was born out of the making the music early.
We all like each other a lot.
I came across. I'll have to send them to you because every time that I've hung out since the beginning, I have pictures from Brian's other house. Like if you guys play videos of you guys recording the first album and like all different kinds of stuff. Dude.
Oh, dude, we would love that.
I have so much of it in my drive.
You should send us all that shit.
Yeah,
because we've been talking about like making like a cool like compilation kind of thing.
I would do that. Steven, separate from Mouthful of Locusts, Steve sent me that picture that we all took in the basement.
Oh, that's like
the fisheye lens or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I still have that too.
I was like, holy shit.
I still have it too.
Fucking old as shit, man.
It's wild because me and you still look exactly the same, pretty much.
Yeah, just grayer.
Yeah. Well, you're a lot grayer. I'm jealous of how gray you are, actually. Yeah. Honestly, like looking at your fucking gray ass fucking sideburns, I'm pissed.
I did get I can clean up every once in a while, and I didn't realize
there's nothing that's not clean about that though. You look nice.
Well, I got it. Like
you look good in gray, bro.
Yeah.
You look good in gray.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
I lost a few pounds, and I'm hoping I keep losing a few pounds because I look like shit. I don't want to take a shower sometimes because there's a mirror too close.
Oh no!
You can only gain so much weight before your dick starts looking.
I mean,
wrong.
I get it. I had this weird moment the other day when I was like getting ready to like jerk it before I got in the shower.
Yeah.
And I looked up and I saw myself in the mirror all naked, and I immediately lost my boner. Not that I've ever given myself a boner, but like that's like a kick in the nuts there
Yeah.
when
You're like,
when your own image just makes your dick stop working completely.
I've never looked at myself, and that I go so far away from a mirror. I go as far as to every time pretending I am somebody else. I am the guy in the video. I am the guy in the video. I find like the hottest guy in the and I'm like, I'm that guy. Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to see the band doing. I mean, not crazy because the progression has been pretty natural, and the work that you guys put in, and the amount of effort and the time that you guys put into it, it makes sense. But like it just as like a friend and like somebody who's, you know, like there, you know what I mean. To be like and just watch all these people really like it, and to watch some people act like they don't. Some people act like they don't, but you know they do.
I know a few people.
They don't not.
Yeah,
Might even if you're not their cup of tea or something. They know what's up.
There's no way they don't know. I think we. I don't want to toot our own horn, but I feel like we have the idea down. We know what we want, and we've been doing a good job of like doing it.
And you guys remain very cordial and nice to people.
Yeah, dude, I'm just glad people still like us.
I'm saying even through things you guys probably shouldn't, but
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's harder for me, but
outside of closed door,
I do it. I do it for their sake.
Yeah, well, they probably all think the same thing because
I'm just less good at it
when we're all in the same room.
Yeah, I'm just less good at it in person. I've definitely slipped up a few times, but I'm doing better about it.
I always
it's
think
hard, man.
I always think it's crazy in a like a local or even regional music scene when there is any amount of overbearing arrogance.
Dude,
it blows my mind. It's like who are you?
And the worst part is it always comes from people that don't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like there's a lot of people in the scene where like if they had that, I'd be like, I get it, but chill out. And there's a bunch more often than not where you're just like, why? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's always that middle ground that those local and regional people. There's always a few of them that have that. And then, but if they were to just to step up one, and they play with those people, there'd be big shows. People like, you know, see you next Tuesday or something. Like you step up to that band that's big, and they're not that. So it's like, why would I just don't ever understand where that comes from in people. It's like you're so happy that you're big right here, huh? Or you think you are, or whatever it is. We don't need to step into this kind of.
I always say fake it till you make it, but sometimes you need to take a step back and be like, you know, like really look at it before you start pretending that you're like whatever you think you are.
Yeah, I think if you let that kind of stuff get to you, then and you let it bother you, this starts not being fun.
No,
and if this starts not being fun, then
what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Here to murder.
I don't know. I gotta pee real bad.
Yeah, go ahead, go. I'll pause this.
All right.
And then pee time. It was pee time.
It was.
Yeah, I never drink that much. I actually do that often, and I don't piss around people very often, but like when you're with buddies, you do. And I often talk to my dick. So, like when I'm pissing, because I always piss so much, no matter how much I drink. And I'm always like, come on, man. And I forget now that I have my daughter living with me, my oldest daughter. She's an adult. But she was like, were you talking to somebody?
She's like 19.
She's 19. She'll be 20, yeah. But she was like, were you talking to somebody in the were you talking to somebody in there? I was like, no, I wasn't talking to anybody. I fucking forgot you were here. Yeah, she's work.
Fucking forgot you were here. Oh man, I don't talk to my own dick. I don't know, dude. It's
something that's subconsciously I'm talking to me, but return it.
Yeah, I got
there
it.
you go.
I like to put as much pressure behind pissing as I possibly can when I know other people are around and can pop.
Yeah, so
I think it's the funniest shit when you go and you're like, I gotta piss, and you go and then it's like, and you come out and they're just like, are you okay? And it's like, yeah. Fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make a weird statement.
So I was pissed.
I was going the same place with it because I do that, especially like if I'm with a lady. But I do it because I feel like if
it's a power move.
If it's loud, like, and it hits hard, then she'll think my dick is bigger. She's gonna be disappointed later.
No, I don't think that.
I don't know.
I don't think that correlates. I don't think that.
Listen. Dude. I already know it's based in no reality.
That doesn't correlate at all.
But in my mind,
I thought you were gonna be like, and then she's gonna think I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna come out with shotgun blast. That's more believable. Or she's like, oh shit, I just got shot.
But if there's a hog, you're probably fucking just spraying out. You know what I mean? If it's a fucking a baby dick or something, you can't piss hard. That's in my head. I know it's based in no reality at all. but I like to take pisses when I'm at a girl's house, and I like her to be able to hear it. So she's like, Jesus, what the fuck is he working with? They're not thinking that, but in my mind they are. Sometimes I want to walk out and be like, did you hear that piss? That's what you got. If you want it.
I don't think that's.
If you say yes on camera and sign this paperwork. Yeah, man.
Just is his dick huge? No, he's just pushing real hard, bitch. Chill, calm down. I love one of my favorite things was like especially when I was like living in Lansing, I was like single and like girl would come over and stay. Is like pushing really hard while you're peeing and then forcing a loud fart. I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but I'd come back in and like pretend like she couldn't hear. Like I was just like, oh shit, where were we?
Just see how
yeah. Just like kind of like look at like corner of my eye, or like I'd go adjust the pillow and look at her. Like,
yeah, you'll find out how cool of a chick she really is.
Yeah. There's only been one time where she was just like, did you just fucking fart? And I was just like, yes, I did.
What if she's like,
like yes.
Yes,
I did.
What if you came out and she's just like spread open? She's like, I heard that fucking
like
fart.
Already naked, just like
fingers spreading open. I heard that fucking fart.
Maybe she has the ability to like make herself fart, and she was like, yeah, I was like, oh, that's gross.
Your fart, the sound of your fart made her come. You're like,
that's wild. I don't know if I'd be down with that.
I don't know.
If I'd be into it. I don't know if I'd be into it. I'd be like, oh,
I'd be jealous of my own farts.
Then
I gotta be honest.
I think she'd be into poop stuff.
Maybe just gas.
I've seen too many videos to be at all whatsoever interested in anyone that has any inkling of poo stuff.
My porn track is backtracked. I've now backtracked back to almost regular shit.
I just watch lesbian stuff still.
I know. I know.
I know the story. Dicks, dude. It's like dicks.
Listen, it's well documented on a server that will outlast our civilization.
I just can't. I've tried. There's been a few videos where I saw a clip and I was just like, all right, we'll see. And then I'm just like, no. Because I just see the dick and I'm just like, it just looks too weird. Like I always feel bad. Like I see the dick and I'm just like, that's what they see all the time. And I look down at mine and I'm just like, God, that's worse. That's worse than the one in the video, dude. I just feel bad.
I look at them and I go, where the fuck are these dudes from? Well, I mean, it's me searching out these things.
I just remember seeing, I've seen some where I'm just like, how's this dude not passing out from blood loss? Like it's unreal. Like, this girl can't be she's crying. It's not from joy. Like, this is awful. I can't continue this video.
I draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
That line is at crying.
When she looks like she's being split in half and she looks like feels like she's dying, I'm like, I can't. Like, I don't, how did people enjoy this? Why is this something that people, like, that's porn. Porn is so weird for me. Porn is so weird for me because it's either too weird, it's either too aggressive.
It's very aggressive now.
Or
most of it.
Or it's just lesbian porn. And because lesbian porn, it's unrealistic and like, I assume that's not how they fuck. I've never watched lesbians bang before, but I'm assuming they don't look off to, like, they're looking at the camera, but like when you think about it in the moment, like the other girl that's involved, she's looking up at her, she's like, why is she looking in the distance? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I just assume this is not like that. I assume that's not how they do things. I feel like the way they approach lesbian porn sometimes is just like they think this is what dudes like. I just want you guys to get passionate. I just want to watch. I want to be that creepy. This sounds real weird, but like you want
to be that cuck in the corner,
You're that creepy guy watching through the window. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you. I want you to pretend I'm out here. I just want you guys to like each other.
I'm out here. I'll sock up my own back.
Like, I don't want you guys to like do different positions and shit. I just want you to enjoy each other.
You know where I can applaud?
It sounds so creepy.
Where I can applaud. Well, it's usually me.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. I'm not watching lesbians through a window, but I want to feel like I am.
Where I can applaud lesbian stuff looks so much harder, like so much more logistically. There's a lot more where we don't have so much that we have to do to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks like a lot. I think why I backtracked was because I started this thing where I'm trying to find. This is a reveal here. I'm finding people. Porn is. I went down all the rabbit holes and all the things, and aggressive makes me kind of sick. Like, I don't like aggressive. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, aggressive's weird.
Aggressive, a little something is like different than, but I think a lot of porn is very aggressive now. But I backtracked into like normal shit. But now I found myself finding people that look like people I know.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
not people I know close, but people that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how to make this better.
So here's the thing. I've definitely wandered upon those things and have immediately paused them and found something else. Because like I just don't care to know, you know, like if I feel like I know you, I don't want to know.
No, not like that. Not like people I see all the time, but like if I like see like I'm out grocery shopping and then I have this image of the hot girl that I seen. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
And then I'll hit like X videos or something, and then I'll be scrolling for an hour and a half, and then I'll hit a fucking thumbnail, and it's like, is that fucking? Is she doing this? And I click it, and then I'm in. I'm all in. I'm in for the whole video, and I hate when they're more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
But yeah, I've digressed in my porn. I think that's progress.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
And I've been trying not to watch it so much.
I don't care. Sometimes I'll be bored and I'll just watch it. Like I'm at this weird point where like, I don't know, dude. Like sometimes I don't know how to explain it. It's not even a sexual thing sometimes.
No, yeah. Sometimes I just watch it. I find myself a lot of the times looking at the backgrounds. I'll watch amateur porn and look at like the bedroom.
Like I was just watching this one earlier, actually today. Like I woke up, it was like pretty early, and I was watching some shit, and then somebody linked something. It was like making fun of something that was a porn, and I looked it up, and I was like, well, I don't care about this. And then I, like it always has like the suggestions, and there was this one where it was just like. Camping, these girls camping, I was watching it, and I was just like, the whole time, I'm like, I'm not aroused at all whatsoever. But the whole time I'm thinking, like, like, I've never had sex camping.
How do they camp without a guy?
I've never had.
I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
I'm just like, the whole time I was like, I've never had sex camping before. How do I, like, sounds
you haven't?
nice. Yeah, I've never had sex camping before.
My first question would have been like, they probably weren't able to make a fire though.
Shut the fuck up.
Just come on, man. Let me do it.
Like, I'm just like, us watching this is like, good on them. Good on them. I've never camped sex. No, it's always been something I've been interested in. I've always wanted to fuck under the stars. You know what I mean?
Fuck under the stars.
Never fucked under the stars.
Or even like not under the stars is nice, but like even in the tent when you have like the cricket sound, the night sounds, and the, you know what I'm saying, around you.
Man, I remember in high school I used to have daydreams of me and my high school sweetheart at the time. We used to always talk about like camping out somewhere, or not even camping out somewhere, just having a picnic and just going to town.
I do like camping
in a woods setting, and it never happened. And if she pitched that to me, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I want to do that, and I've never been able to do that. And it's like, I have to do that before I die. I have to have sex. We have to have like I need to find. I need to convince my girlfriend to
camp. Is she a camper?
No, I mean, I need to convince my
She'll
girlfriend
camp.
to find somewhere where we can have a picnic and just fuck in the woods, dude. I want that. I want that in my life. I need that in my life. Before I die, I need to fuck in the woods on a blanket after eating some sandwiches or some shit, you know?
I feel like you
I want to fuck in the woods.
have a long time, but maybe you should make it happen this year.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I could die tomorrow.
No,
you know what I mean?
not possible.
Life is wild. It's hard to say.
Life is wild.
Well, like, I want to fuck in the woods. I want to fuck in the woods. We have woods back there. I don't know why we haven't utilized it yet.
Yeah, you got
Think
a whole,
about, yeah.
You got so much
They're
wilderness.
like, hey, you want to take a picnic in the backyard? And just shorts and stuff. Nothing underneath. No reason.
That might change the whole game.
No, I don't think she'll.
All right.
She's very conservative. It's fine. I appreciate her. I'm a lot more weird than her sometimes. But goddamn, do I think about it?
What this makes me think about, sex aside, is we should do a group camp this year. This summer. And then,
sex aside, for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
but I'm saying like get
We've been talking about like
guys.
doing mushrooms back there again this year.
Well, yeah, we can do that. But I'm
Want to
saying
do that?
we go to like
you want to do a trip with the band? You want to do a band trip with us?
I'd
Be dope.
yeah.
Do you think
I do
we
it a
would
lot,
have the brains to record that?
I would have the brains to record that.
Okay, we should try to do that for sure this summer. We should make that a thing.
We could do that, but I was thinking I have these passes. Pretty sure they're actually through my brother, but for like Sleeping Bear Dunes, the campground and stuff.
Oh, as long as we can keep them away from the fucking that real deep. What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
My phone just went off. I'm sorry. There's that real deep incline that they have like signs where there's like, don't do this.
The dunes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've walked up them and down them with my brother. He made
Where
me
there's
do it.
the real deep one.
Yeah.
Where they're like, don't do it.
He made me walk up it.
Because if you don't, if you need help up it, it's a $3,000 fine.
Well, trust me, I got up it, but like
I would get up it for sure. But there was like a thing where there was like a thing where it was just like
my brother was
they were like it could take up to a whole day.
my brother was calling me fat with his eyes though.
Dude, I've seen it. It looks I didn't go down it.
But regardless, there's like other shit that you just walk around and stuff. But there's a whole campground behind it, and it's fucking awesome, dude. My brother took me there, and we camped, and then we went we rode bikes, and then we walked out by the water and shit. But dude,
It'd be dope. We should do shrooms.
grab a bag of mushies and walk around, walk on the lake at night,
dude. We have to. So we'll grill a bunch of food. This is going to be a plan. We'll grill a bunch of food, lots of bread. So we should do something that incorporates bread because that'll soak up a lot of the toxins that make your stomach hurt.
My stomach never hurts, but I got you.
I have a weak stomach, unfortunately.
All right.
Just sighed real hard. I'm sorry that my stomach's not as dope as yours.
Well, it's weird that
every time the few times I've done mushrooms without having some kind of bread, to soak up some of the toxins, I've had real intense stomach pains. And I've done a lot of research, and there's some people you have to eat it with bread.
Yeah.
Not last time we just made burgers and then we ate it by the fire, but like the time before that, I put it on pizza, and I did like a thick crust pizza, and it was perfect.
I wouldn't mind doing like burgers or like steak and mushrooms.
Steak and mushrooms, dude.
Oh, steak
dude.
Mix mushrooms with mushrooms.
Like a Philly.
Don't know.
A Philly cheesesteak with mushrooms in it.
Yeah. How much are you doing? God knows.
Oh, shit. That's it. It's got to be a thing. Let's do that.
Yeah, we should do that. Oh, I'll tell you this. My dad came, and when my dad comes...
Yeah, you're born. You were born. So I understand that. That's the thing.
All right. Fair enough. But he came over... Was it yesterday? Or the day before? Anyway, it was this week. He came up here and visited. And so when my dad comes up here to visit... This is a nightmare. When my dad travels here to visit, he lives about almost 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, I remember going down there to record, and it was the trip.
Well, that was my mom's. This is my dad. My dad's further. My dad's more over. He's like past Jackson.
Oh, okay.
But he came, traveled, and over here. So I don't get to see him very often. But when he does travel over here, he hangs out all day. So like he'll travel here, and this is hard. He'll travel here and get here at like 11, and he'll stay till like 7 at night.
Yeah,
and we'll hang out or whatever. And so we always go out to eat at least once. Yeah. And I took him to Niskers. Niskers. Upon your, you always tell me to go there.
Niskers is dope.
We went there once, but I think we just ate something random, and we mostly drank. I think we ate did they have wings? Maybe we ate wings or something simple. But we got the what is it, like the poutine fries?
Poutine,
and then we each got a whatever burger we wanted.
The burgers are dope.
So good, dude.
So good. Because they make their own buns, and their buns are like perfect. They're like perfectly moist.
Oh man, the burger itself was good. You kind of like dress it how you want, but yes, it was super good. And my dad was like, he's like, you weren't lying. He was like, you can trust your buddy's suggestions on food anytime, probably.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I said if he tells me a place is good, it's good. And my dad's, he was like, all right. And then we went, and he was like, all right, okay, yeah.
I mean, I like food, and I'm really good at telling you what sucks and what doesn't suck.
That's a really good spot. I found a good spot over in the South Side Hood. Ray Ray's?
Ray Ray's is fucking dope.
Oh, my God, dude.
Ray Ray's is so good.
Oh, I stopped at the liquor store next door to get oil, and I seen Chicago Dog. And I was like, I fucking love Chicago Dog.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was a Chicago place till I walked in. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I don't remember. I ordered Chicago Dogs. I ordered... I don't even remember.
I don't fuck with pizza puffs. They have pizza puffs.
Yeah.
I fuck with their pizza puffs.
Dude, if that place will go out of business at some point, that will suck.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it will. Yeah.
But it is awesome. If they were in a different location, they would make it.
I mean, this is hard.
Yeah, they can't afford it, for sure.
Yeah.
But it is so good, dude.
It's real good.
I love it. Total accident. I didn't know that existed there. So
Park Street Market. I just recently
Park Street Market?
Park Street Market. It's on Park Street. When you get
Jesus, man. So you're acting like you haven't been doing this forever.
Yeah, dude. It's been a minute. So Park Street Market, if you keep going down Westnedge, past the main.
Past West Main?
That's the main area, like the west. We're
into the hood,
main into the hood area,
in the north side.
Park Street Market. It's getting into the north side for sure.
Is it in that plaza? Across from like Little Caesars and shit, or whatever.
It's in the area, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Park Street Market, anyway.
They have a little eatery in the back. It's only open till like lunch. They do like boiled like shrimp broils and like fried chicken and all this other shit.
Yeah.
That place, everything they make is so fucking good, dude. I don't understand why that's not a staple. I wandered in there on a whim. I don't even know why I was there. And I went to the back, and they had it was open. I smelled it. I went to the back. I ordered like wings. I ordered like wedges. I asked for some shrimp and shit. And they had like these like lobster tail things. And I spent like $35 there, dude.
That's still not bad. I was going to ask.
It's not bad at all.
But
it's like $35, and I couldn't eat it all, but I wanted to. I ate it to the point to where like every time you burp, food comes up. It was stupid good, dude. But they're not open very long.
That's like Poor Richard's. I love that place at breakfast time.
Poor Richard's is terrible.
I haven't been there in
I've been there recently.
8 or 10 years or something. So
I've been there recently.
I'm basing it off that.
It was I just got like a random breakfast platter because they had so much shit, and like I didn't like the decor in the inside was confusing and weird. It was like a biker place, but then they had pirate shit everywhere, and
I remember going there when
they
I was
were
young.
selling cigarettes behind the bar, like behind the counter, and I was just like, everything about this screams terrible.
One of my favorite breakfast places of all places, because I always hate going back to the same area that I was just at, but
Tiffany.
I do. Oh, Tiffany's good. I like Blue Dolphin though in the morning.
Blue Dolphin's all right. They do a lot of shit.
I like breakfast.
It's very inconsistent. I've had corned beef hash there before. That was thick potatoes and thick
I guess
corned beef.
That's on cook probably, huh?
And then I've had corned beef hash there that was out of a can. So it's like it's very inconsistent.
Tiffany's is where?
Tiffany's
right?
is on West Main.
That's Anna's right now.
No,
right?
Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's like right next to. It's like right down
the corner.
the way from fucking Five and Below on that strip where Target is and shit on West Main.
Oh,
It used to be. So you know where the big building where the goat is, the old goat?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it used to be. It was a tiny little shack. And I remember last time I ate at that Tiffany's, I just ate mushrooms the night before. And me and Kerry Davis
okay.
beat the shit out of each other with foam swords.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I was like, I want breakfast, so I'm going to Tiffany's. And the whole time they were playing.
was he like, let's go to Tiffany's? I just stole a bunch of people's shit and made money.
This is before he was. I mean, this is his spiral. This is. I mean, when you if you met him around them, you would understand that like he was headed that way. But like I was like, I want breakfast. I'm going to Tiffany's because I've been to Tiffany's not under the influence of shit. And I went in there and they were playing Jimi Hendrix. And the whole time I was like, I hate everything about this. But the breakfast was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a godsend. I'm actually sad that they bought all that property and built that big ass building there. I mean, I love the old goat. I love that whole situation, but like I miss that Tiffany's because Tiffany's over on West Main is good, but there was something about the vibe of that tiny little building. That tiny little it looked like a house when you walked up to it. There was like maybe 20 seats. Like you could see everything being cooked. There's something about that vibe that just worked, you know. I'm sad that like I mean a bunch of them houses were shit. So
I like East Egg is pretty good.
East Egg is bullshit.
All right. I thought it was all right.
It's like a fucking chain restaurant.
But I like
Garbage.
Berries on West Edge.
I've never been there.
It's pretty good, man.
I really like Anna's house.
It's real. Anna's house is always
Anna's house is
solid.
dope.
Yeah,
It's just always so busy all the time.
Berries on West Edge is really good, and the dude like the actual guy walks around, talks to you. It's like a diner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I miss Theo and Stacy's a little bit.
I don't.
Downtown, the downtown one.
Theo and Stacy's is garbage.
I just like those old diners that I knew. They knew. I
get why people miss it, but at the same time, like I've eaten at all these places, and like I'm like I get why they're gone. I don't know, dude. Like it might be a little brutal, but like, come on.
How do you feel about Crow's Nest?
Crow's Nest is dope.
All right,
Crow's Nest is really good. Here's the thing about Crow's Nest. I've never been disappointed at Crow's Nest.
Have you been there since the newer guy owns it?
No. Every time we've gone, there's been like a 45-minute wait, and I'm like, fuck no. I'm not waiting for breakfast, dude. I'm not waiting that long for breakfast. I can make breakfast at home. I can go get eggs and shit and make my own breakfast at home. I'm waiting 45 minutes.
I wanted breakfast. I wanted breakfast tonight and earlier today, and yeah, my daughter was like, "Yeah, we have eggs and sausage and bacon." So.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. You can make your own breakfast and it'd be better than when you were to get it somewhere else.
And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't gotta make it." She's like, "Hey, we don't got money to do that." I was like, "All right,
yeah, dude. Listen to your daughter. She's smart." Besides, making shit yourself is way better than buying it from someone else.
It really is too, because that's what it is. Your daughter.
It's late.
Oh yeah, yeah. We wrap up.
Yeah, we should probably.
I'm sure you'll be on here.
Yeah,
plenty of times. This was good.
It was good. Yeah.
Let me see. We got pretty deep there. We did.
Yeah, we talked about wrestling. We talked about being a dad. We talked about it was good. It was good. It was very good.
It was good. I like doing this.
Oh, I
don't have the pressure, and we.
How too. Hey, would you be interested?
We got a little incorrigible there.
Yeah. Would you be interested in coming to like a hardcore wrestling event with me?
Yeah. I thought you were just going to ask me.
No.
No, listen. I thought you were just going to ask me to church or something.
My cousin, he reached out to me recently because I don't have a whole lot of family left that matters. And he's just been by himself. And I feel bad. Like, he sent me this whole long message.
You want to do this on the?
It's fine. I don't give a shit. And he was just like, I don't have any family left. And I was like, yeah, man, I get it. Like, he was like, no, I mean, I have family, but I don't have family I like. So I guess he saw our video for bathing in our milk. Or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It was like linked through something else he was listening to, and he was like, that's my cousin. Then he like listened to a bunch of shit, and then he reached out to me, and he's just like, what's up, dude? And I was like, what's up? And he's like, your music is dope. And I was like, oh, you heard music? And he was like, yeah. He's like, where are you out? And I was like, Kalamazoo. And he's like, you been in Kalamazoo? How long? It's like a minute. I was like, fuck, dude, you didn't fucking reach out to me? He was like, I don't think about that shit, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad saying that. Like, honestly, I feel bad saying that, but it's like, I don't think about that shit. Honestly, like, I the way I approach life is like, I have things I have to do and figure out, and I do it. I don't think about reaching out. I feel bad. It's terrible. It's a shitty thing, a shitty way to approach things, but at the same time, like, I don't know, man. I just have to do the do.
Yeah, I need to apply some of that, more of that into myself, probably.
Yeah, like I just have to do the do.
I worry.
I feel bad. I try my hardest to reach out to old friends and stuff, but like, unless they reach out to me, I just don't. And that's a terrible quality, honestly. I got to be better about it. But I was like, listen, man, I'm down to hang out. We should do more shit together. And then he told me about these like hardcore wrestling things they do in fucking Detroit, where they like hit each other with lights and slam each other, do crazy shit. And I'm like, I am so fucking down. So we should do it. We should go to one of these events. And honestly, I'll fucking do all the work. I'll reach out and be like, can we pod? Can we pod at this fucking event, dude? And we should do it. Fuck it.
I'm in 100%.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm in 100%.
We should do it because I think I've seen some of these videos and this shit is absurd.
I'm in 110%.
I'll even make Chelsea come and witness all this terribleness and have her get video and shit. Well, yeah, it'll be dope. It'll be dope.
She could drive us.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll love it.
Man.
Yeah, this has been great. So, this is I will wait for probably this episode to say. So I know there'll be questions, but there's no end to our podcast. We haven't posted anything in a long time. That doesn't mean there's an end. That means that we're just going to do it whenever we want, or maybe we'll just do this. I don't know.
I like this idea. I like your.
The whole point of this was to get us out of what, or I know it's all me, because every time, I think I talked about this maybe on an episode that's going to be coming out, but like it's all me for sure. But it'd be like when we have an episode and you're like, that was a great episode. And I was like, it wasn't the thing. We made a thing, I think, in the beginning, and I felt we had to live up to the thing of what the Incorrigible podcast was. And you called me out on it a lot. You're like, you know, you just got to say shit to say shit. And you don't have to be wild.
Yeah, I mean, we can
just hang out.
Here's the thing.
But I felt like I was built. I felt like when I came up with that idea, I was building a brand around it, and I wanted out. So like, kind of, because I don't want to be pigeonholed. Because I did feel kind of like pigeonholed into like, oh, maybe I am the asshole, and you feel that kind of like when you go around when you have a podcast, and like I don't care, it doesn't matter to me really, but like when we go out to a place and they're like, oh, you're the guy that's talking shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is really nice.
Yeah.
This was a nice. I think it was good. I think there was a lot of good shit here. We talked about random shit, and it was like thorough conversations. You know what I mean? And I feel like, it's fine to be aggressively something. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be that thing.
Well, and my other part of that was if I plan on like doing this, even if it goes nowhere forever, but I started thinking about like the kids and what they're going to listen to, because they love that I podcast, but they've obviously never heard because they can't.
I wouldn't want my kid to listen to a lot of the things that we've talked about in the past.
But if they can go back and see that I was talking to people and like having real conversation stuff, that's what I would want them to hear if I was, dead and gone. You know what I mean? In the end, you know what I mean? If there's something left behind. My fear behind the thing was I was thinking about how we don't have, our schedules don't match up and all that stuff. And that's why I was like, so you could just come on and do it. And my fear is I just don't, the thought of doing a podcast without you, like, upset me a little bit. It's me upsetting me. That's what it is.
Well, here's the thing, dude.
No,
think about it this way. I've seen your list of guests. As long as you approach it the way you've approached this, the way we've approached this podcast was you didn't approach me like a co-host. You approached me like a guest. Right, and I feel like there was a lot of good conversations. There's a lot of good shit. I've just been sitting on shit, so it was nice to just talk, even if it was about wrestling or shit that doesn't matter. It was nice, and I feel like this is good content.
I think my biggest fear of
you're a good interviewer
of not,
you just have to play to your strengths and not worry about you're a good interviewer. Just do that.
I think my fear in my always want, even though we've done so many and they never got put out, but like is that the pod I love podcasting with you. I think the episodes that we have out are golden. They're so funny. They're so fun. And it was like a place and time, but like it was a guarantee that I was seeing my best friend. So you know what I mean? And
I'm always here.
I know. Yeah. I'm being kind of a bitch, but about it, but like, I'm being real gay about it. But like, it was just a thing. I was like, man, we have this thing and I got to figure out a way.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just let me know when you have something set up, and if I will try to make time for it. I know that's not a guarantee.
No,
you know what I mean.
But it's whenever. The other part of that is I love podcasting. So
I love you. So I love sitting down with you, and I love talking to you, and I love doing this kind of thing. And I felt bad for the past few months because I've just had no time.
Yeah.
And I've wanted to do this. I think about this kind of shit all the time, dude.
I remember when you had your podcast and I had what was it, Hops and Ramen?
Hops and Ramen.
Yeah, and I had Overthinker podcast and I drove to Lansing and then we did the whole thing and
I know, dude.
Then and So, new era. But your hands kind of do look all kind of swollen and fucked up. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, my hands are fucked.
You Indian gave me liquid death. You gave it to me, and then I seen you slowly pull it back in the middle of conversation. So I guess I don't get a liquid death anymore.
That's yours, right there.
It's not mine. I didn't know.
This one's yours.
No, I don't. But I watched.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No, I was making a joke.
Oh
I was
shit!
making a joke. I just while you were talking.
No,
you went
I don't know, dude. I just touch things.
I was just watching. I was making.
No, dude. Like I said, I'm down to do. I'll be your co-host whenever I can.
Everything. No, I don't need. You don't have to do anything. I just want to.
I would like to.
I just want to tell you I love you.
I love you too. I love you a lot, man.
Yeah, I miss you.
I miss you too. I actually talk about you a lot, which is gay as fuck, but it's fun.
Yeah, I think it's funny because we've only for the longest time we've podcast together. So like every podcast I've done so far will be like something in conversation. I'll be like, and this happened when we were getting beer before a podcast when I was with Perry. Like for instance, like when porn popped up on my phone when we were at Walmart. That was one thing. It comes up like every time.
Yeah,
so like get past it eventually. Working through the therapy, man.
I don't know, man. This is good.
Yeah,
and like I said, I'm 100% down for doing more.
Yeah,
in the future.
We'll get
I know, or
we'll get them as we can. I would like to try to,
but
I'd like to try to get you in there for Marty. It's a big one. It's a big gap.
Yeah, just like I'll make time for that. Let me know.
I know. I'm actually like. I've been doing it kind of for all of them, and I didn't do it for this, but I've been doing it for all of them, kind of like putting stuff together and points and tracks.
Well, this is fun. I think
Marty's a big get though. So.
I think for us, it's we're good at like.
We're good at what we do.
Good at talking. Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna hang out for a minute, but
I'm gonna feed you.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
It was good talk. It's good talk.